Good morning, guys. Ryan from Husky Moving, Arlington, Massachusetts here, serving the greater Boston area. We are a full-service moving company. We do commercial, we do residential, we do handyman, we do assembly jobs, we do disposal, we do odd jobs, TV mounting, artwork mounting, all sorts of things. If it involves a house, we try to get it done. Here's what I want to talk to you about. I saw something yesterday that made me think of something for a video that I think is mostly common sense, but unfortunately, common sense isn't always so common. So, yesterday in Boston, we had what I would consider to be a pretty bad rainstorm all day long. I'm driving down the street to go to a job. I pass a very well-known appliance company's box truck. It's downpouring rain. Outside of their truck, they had pulled a refrigerator out of the truck and were working on it outside of the box truck in the pouring rain without anything covered. And so it made me think of something. Now, this is not my attempt to shit on that company. There might have been circumstances that I am unaware of that made it necessary for them to do this. I don't know, if I'm being honest with you, what those possibly could have been. And the reason I say that is because there was a box truck that they had available to them. Any work that needed to be done on the refrigerator before it was brought into the home could have been done inside of the box truck, so it wasn't getting poured on. But in the interest of being transparent and trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, there might be a situation that I am unaware of that caused them to do this. They are a very well-known company. I'm not going to shout out their name. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to shit on anyone. I am trying to explain a point, though, that is very important, that, as I said, seems like common sense, but oftentimes is not. So when you have someone's valuables and you're in possession of them, I want you to try to always remember how you would want your valuables cared for if someone else was responsible for them. So when I drove down the street as someone who owns a moving company, and I see a brand new refrigerator out on the street, on the ground, in the middle of a rainstorm, and a guy's working on it, my first thought process is, if it's me and I'm the customer, why isn't the refrigerator covered? Why are they allowing my refrigerator to get rained on? Refrigerators are made out of metal. It was stainless steel. It's got tons of electronics inside of it to control a bunch of different things. I wouldn't want my brand new refrigerator out in the middle of a rainstorm at any point. So the guy, I don't know exactly what the guy was doing. I drove by and he was inside the refrigerator, and it looked like he was taking out the compartments for the like the vegetable drawer, the glass drawers that are in there. To be fair, I only drove by, so I don't know the circumstances of exactly what was going on. And I'm aware of that. They could have, like I said, they could have been other circumstances I'm unaware of. But by my way of thinking, if the refrigerator wasn't going to fit in the frame of the house or in any of the hallways and needed to be disassembled, my thought process, if I was in charge of that group or if I was in charge of that job, would be, of course, if we needed to work on the fridge, we want it in an area that's not exposed to the elements. Never in a million years would it occur to me to bring a piece of furniture outside of a covered truck or outside of a home and then work on it in the rain when it was getting rained on. It doesn't make sense. There's very little, I can't even imagine a reason why that would have to happen, because you can always figure out some sort of a solution. So in that case, if it needed to be disassembled, it should have been disassembled inside of the box truck that was covered and then covered in blankets for the walk to the box truck to the home so it wasn't getting rained on. If you take yourself and you put yourself in the footsteps of this customer who just purchased a new refrigerator and is most likely excited to get the new refrigerator, most likely a little bit stressed about the delivery process, probably very nervous about the delivery process. Is my new refrigerator going to get scratched? Is it going to show up in perfect condition like I paid for it? Or is there going to be issues? Are they going to scratch the frame of the door coming in? Is it going to be too heavy for them to carry? Is it going to fit in the frame of my kitchen where it needs to go? Is it going to fit in the frame of my refrigerator box where it needs to go? There's a million different things that could happen. Does it need to get hooked up to a water line? Do I need a plumber for the water line? it can be a very stressful thing for people. So you can imagine if you were that person and you just happen to look out the window. Now, I'm not saying this happened. I don't know if it happened. I have no idea. But I'm saying if it were me, I would most likely be looking out the window to see what was going on. And if I saw my brand new refrigerator sitting outside in the rain, like a rainstorm, getting rained on, I wouldn't be happy. Now you got to keep in mind, when someone purchases something or when someone owns something or when it's handed down to them from family members, it's not just the item. So that refrigerator to that person, it's not just a refrigerator, it's more than that. It's the hours of work they had to put in to purchase that refrigerator. It's the stress that they put in deciding which refrigerator to buy. Was it time to upgrade to a new refrigerator, or should I hold on to the old one? Is there any kind of reason why I would want to hold on to my old one? Can I get the best deal for the refrigerator? Do I need to work extra hours to pay for the refrigerator? Is now the right time to buy the refrigerator, or do I need to put money towards my college education fund? There's a million different things that go on in an adult's mind when they make a purchase about something, a new purchase. And it's not just, I'm getting a new refrigerator. It's never that simple. That refrigerator to that person most likely means it's not just a box that cools things. It's sacrifice. It's time out of their life. It's sacrifices that they made to get to that point. Whether it's going to school or taking on odd jobs or working at night or working weekends, working Sundays, working holidays. There's a lot of things that could potentially be going into it, and it's not just a refrigerator. And if you have like a family heirloom, for example, it's not just a random chair. It could be someone's grandmother's chair that they've had for 100 years in the family. So it's not just a chair. It's a chair that to that person symbolizes 100 years of good times or 100 years of family times, family gatherings, Christmas time. All of this stuff is wrapped into that chair. It's not just a chair. And you got to think about these things when you're making decisions on how you're going to conduct yourself and how you're going to properly care for an item. Whether you want to call it like a dog and pony show or whatever, that refrigerator very easily could have been disassembled in the bed of the truck, and now you don't have that issue. You don't have anyone potentially looking out the window going, wait, why is my refrigerator out in the rain right now? I don't want my refrigerator out in the rain. I don't want anything out in the rain. Other things that I've seen happen over the years, the biggest thing that I see happen all the time that I'm always like kind of shocked that people do, but I see it all the time in the moving business, is someone will bring someone's mattress outside of the home for whatever reason before they're ready to put it on the truck. Now, I've been in the moving business a long time. I've seen a lot of situations. Occasionally it happens where you have to get something out of the way and it's not ready to go on the truck yet, but it has to get out of the way. It certainly can happen occasionally, but more often than not, you don't need to do it. But if you did need to bring the mattress or the box spring outside of the house, one of my giant pet peeves I see all the time is people will bring it out of the house and just put it on the ground outside of the house. Just on the ground. Like laying up against the side of the box truck. And my thing is like, dude, if that were your mattress, if that's where you laid your head every night, if that's where you stripped down to your underwear and got into bed every night with either your wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend, dog, children, whatever the case may be, is that something that you're going to want on the ground, outside in the dirt, laying there? There's bugs out there. There's all sorts of crap out there. Do you want your mattress laying on the ground? I wouldn't personally. I wouldn't want my box spring laying on the ground. If you have to do it, throw a blanket down. Make it look like you care about the person's items, obviously. Giant pet peeve of mine. I can't believe people do that. To me, it just looks horrific. And if I'm being honest with you, it's what I would consider really unprofessional. It makes, to me, that indicates like you don't give a shit about that person. Because, I mean, who wants dirt on their mattress? Pretty much nobody. All right, guys. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want it to go too long. Just the takeaway of this is I hope that you understand that when you move in people's items, it's not just the actual item you move in. There's a lot more that goes into it, and I want you to think through that stuff before you make decisions, okay? If you took any value from this, please like and subscribe. And if you need to get a hold of me, info@huskymoving is the email address. huskymoving.com is our website. Thank you so much for listening, as always.